Hi, hello. I think you know what time it is. Body Step 138 education session. I'm Judson MacDonald, based in Durham, North Carolina. Let's get into it. If you're listening along as you drive, as this is a podcast, amazing. And if you are watching, you're welcome. Before we get into it, shout out to all of the new and the welcome back Body Step instructors from this quarter. I'm an assessor for Body Step, so I see many of your new videos. And it's great to see so many members of the team coming back to teach Body Step, as well as brand new Body Step instructors to our team. Welcome along. You're in a great spell of Body Step where we are increasing our love of step aerobics, functional strength, and marrying the two in a workout that really suits anybody that comes to take our classes. Body Step 138 is full of groovy tunes, great contrast to valleys and peaks, and if you'll notice from last release, this one has less of a challenging focus. This release has more innovation as well as opportunities to scale the intensity down or up depending on what your class needs, so not as challenge focused as last round. Best song on this one is absolutely track 2. It's about dang time we've got this one in Body Step, right? And hey, as a body jammer as well, it's not as great as Body Step, don't fear. Rebola. Oh yeah, baby. It's hard not to dance in that one, so put all of your energy into your hits in the Body Step way. We've got light, we've got fun, and an uplifted feel, which matches the beautiful Body Step program essence, uplifted and alive. In our conditioning tracks, a few new innovations that bring that light, uplifted feel down into strength, particularly for our hips. You're going to see this in the rotating lunge combo as well as the mermaid pose. Mark and KB are back to present this release for us. What's great about this release is that one person stays on the base level or the lower complexity intensity option, while the other person advances to the higher options, so you have a clear view of one over the other. Thanks to your feedback that's come through for the masterclass filming team, 90% of the coaching in this release is focused on the people in the room to give a more authentic look of what it's like to teach an actual class. 10% is focused on our movers at home through Lesmos Plus and Lesmos Virtual. And so you'll see this contrast to help engage members as well as practice the skills that hone in on connection and performance. Great examples to show the contrast as Mark and KB move through the music, the moves, and the experience to uncover the ultimate them, which ultimately will become the ultimate you. Let's get into the moves. Track 1, we focus on the offset squat again. Key focus here is to keep the feet wider than the hips. One heel is lifted while the toes stay close to the riser. And the stability focus is to keep the hips even as we sit back and down, and then the hip roll adds the balance component. Benefits of doing this in the warm-up are to set our participants up for later on in the class when we'll see this move once again in our conditioning. Track 3, steady state cardio. The energizing beat of this one is going to be complemented by the pendulum swing, which is DAC. Quick focus here is to keep the hips square, tapping the floor very lightly to the side, and keeping that strong ab brace as you pendulum swing from the hips. This will help keep the focus of the side legs engaged and lifting the heart rate as we move towards peak number 1. Peak 1, simple movements and great opportunities to dial the intensity up or down. And this one, focusing on the hamstring curl with the propulsion, minimize contact with the step. Step on with the heel, drive up with the toes, and try to use the back leg as a slingshot. So driving the heel up towards the butt and releasing back down in the quick change to get back up. Also show a clear option. So how can I drive the same power upwards in that vertical motion while also staying on the step? Showing key levels here will help your participants feel successful to drive intensity in the way that they want to. As Mark says throughout this masterclass, the hamstrings are the biceps of the legs. So using that quick reaction is going to use more of the legs, our glute strength, and our quads for a comprehensive workout. Peak 2, track 6, we bring in the hitch step, a variation. We've seen this before in the context of this track. Super fast, right? So being light on the toes, very athletic, like you're getting up and over hurdles. When you're showing the option, continue lifting the knees all the way to hip height. And if you're driving the intensity in the run, just be clear to keep the body very close to the step. As the energy gets wild in this move, our participants can tend to move away from the step, keeping great efficiency and control. Stay within the 6 inches perimeter of your step. Conditioning 1 hip strength features one of our new innovations, which is called the mermaid, or you may call it the 90-90. Watch the section in which Kayla teaches. Kayla does a great job of demonstrating the knee alignment in the front leg, and then demonstrating the hand position. Bring the knee forward of the step. So that riser at the front, bring the knee over it so that your leg is adjusted at the front. 90-90, so hip in line with knee in line with hip. And using your hand to tap the floor, but keep the palm lifted. If the hand is pushing down, we bear more weight onto the arm and the shoulder, which will take away from the glute focus here. When we lift the palm, it forces the glutes to use more strength to maintain stability on the step. And using the knee to lift the long lever, slide across the plane, back to the starting position and lay down is going to help you strengthen and mobilize the hips. Shin parallel to floor is our ideal range of motion. For the first few times folks will see this, it will not be the full range of motion. So slowly ease folks into that. Offer the shin parallel as an option to begin, encouraging folks to find alignment and the key setups of the mermaid. It's like you're Ariel sitting on the rock and you're about to sing your song. Oh, I wish I had legs. Well, after this track, maybe not. Conditioning 2, glute strength, we have the cross, extension, and curl combination. Strong outbrace here as you push into the forearms to maintain stability on the step. Using the back leg, keep the strong squeeze through the glutes. And as you tap back over the opposite leg, keeping your hips square. So key fault here is there may be some tilt or swivel through the hips. Aim to keep everything facing down like headlights. As you extend, come back to set, and then curl the leg. Squeeze between the knee, up into the butt cheek, and from your heel, using all of the back of the leg to flex, extend, and return to the combination. This one's gonna fire deep into the back leg muscles. It's a feel that you're gonna love and hate at the same time. But this is this great mobility and strength work that's going to improve our functional fitness day to day. My key tip here, common fault is that the chest falls back behind the step. So every few repetitions, double check that the chest stays aligned with the center of the step. My challenge to you for this round is when you think about the ways that you coach a body step, what are the cues that you keep in rotation every single week? You feel them coming on. Maybe it's a laundry list. I know I'm going to talk about squeezing my glutes as a layer 2. I know I'm going to go and talk about bracing my core and use the same phonetic cues for walk up and down in a basic step. Where can you revamp 1 to 2 tracks to start playing with something new? How could you make it even simpler? Are there too many words coming through? Is there enough space after the cues to let them land? Layer 1 coaching is our primary focus, using our setup to identify the name of the move, the direction, phonetic cues, options, and compulsory cues are the keys to successful body step movement. Getting our people moving is important to start. Then, once they are moving, we can improve the way that they move. So for example, in this round, focusing on the mermaid, how can you simplify and practice the setup of that move before you head in to teach it for the first time? Are you going to focus on where the hips go first, then the knees, then the hands, then the plate? It's a lot to think about, right? So use your clear bullet points in your head. How am I going to organize my coaching to keep things simple, fewest words as possible, and get people moving successfully so I can get into all the fun stuff, educating, driving intensity, motivating, playing, and having fun with the music of this release. A great example of simplicity is the rotating lunge and squat combination in which Kayla teaches in our Conditioning 1 hip mobility track. Go back and watch within the masterclass the way she coaches knee alignment. It's very simple. She draws her personality through and keeps it to the basics so that there's one coaching focus. My knee doesn't go in here, it stays out there. Stay there, stay there. It's clear, it's for the whole set, and it gives participants one thing to focus on at a time. In tandem with your coaching layer 1 cues that are simple and to the point, and then layer 2 focuses, 1 per round, you make your class simpler, you can ease into one singular feel first, and feel like you have less that you have to check off in your head. At the end of the day, if we do our job right, people will keep coming back and they will keep learning from us. Don't feel like you have to give everything possible in one single class. And that's that. Body Step 138. Think about what you're most excited for in terms of a song, a place that you can improve and refine the simplicity in coaching, layer 1 and layer 2, and where do you want to take your career in Body Step next? Are you looking forward to continuing to launch? Are you looking to mentor someone or find a mentor? Are you looking to go to that next level by attending advanced training for this program? As you think about yourself forward into this year and beyond, how do you want to be the best version of yourself when teaching Body Step? You can stay connected with me anywhere on social media at Judson W. Mac, M-A-C. And hey, have a great launch season. Keep in touch, and let's make 2025 the best year for BODYSTEP. See you next time.